transform and roll out.
I'm not Optimus Prime, I'm Anthonix. Anthonix Maximus. This year is the 35th anniversary of Transformers the movie. Yeah! 35 years of Transformers the movie! Now I have to admit, as a kid I was aware of Transformers only by association. But the appreciation for Transformers didn't occur until years later. In fact, I don't really have many Transformers figures. All I really have is this Optimus Prime from Walgreens, which is why I also set up the Megazords. They're kind of close to Transformers. I mean, they transform into other things, so... Ooh, you know what? I actually do kind of have a Transformers toy. Yeah, this. You wouldn't know it, but it's a Transformer. Just watch. Okay, I got that. Alright, and then I did this. Probably should undo this. And then I think I pulled this apart. Son of a bitch.
Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons.
Hi, I'm Anthonix Maximus, bitching to you about movies because Electron back there helped me remember why I didn't play with Transformers as a kid. So Anthonix Maxiteers, as I said, I grew to appreciate Transformers and G.I. Joe as I got older in life. But the movie was fantastic. It still is. And I'm gonna show you why. And long before Michael Bay sullied the Transformers name, an animated movie came out. And it was a delight for all, except for little crybabies that lost it during a particular scene. You'll see why. So let's kind of get into the history of Transformers a little bit. Really didn't take long for Transformers to get off the ground. In 1984 in Japan, Takara Tomy Toy Company created a toy line of machines turning into robots. The toy line was from the combination of car robots, Diaclone, and Microchange, or Microman. And afterwards, for the American market, it was handled underneath Hasbro. Yeah, Hasbro took over the toy line and renamed it Transformers. Except for, they brought the toy line to Marvel and let Marvel create the names and the storyline of the characters. They're the ones responsible for the names like Optimus Prime and Megatron. And right after that, a cartoon. Believe it or not, before Ronald Reagan came along, toys were to be made, but never to have a cartoon made afterwards. Yeah, the law was cartoons could not be produced based off of a toy line, which is why we didn't see any G.I. Joe cartoons in the 60s when the first G.I. Joe was made. But then Reagan came along and dropped that law, and suddenly it was okay for cartoons to be made based off of a toy line. That's how we came across Masters of the Universe, G.I. Joe, and Transformers. And in 1986, they gave us a movie. Yeah, I don't really think it's that necessary to go into the history or the story of the Transformers. It's pretty much been the same in all these years and different iterations of Transformers. You have the Autobots trying to defeat the Decepticons. Subtle, I know. Because they had taken over Cybertron, the home planet. So the Autobots find their way to Earth and disguise themselves amongst our vehicles. And that's pretty much it. Autobots rebelling against the Decepticons. Decepticons being led by Megatron, the Autobots being led by Optimus Prime, voiced by Peter Cullen, and Megatron being voiced by the great and powerful, omnipotent Frank Welker. The thing you must remember, though, is that they made this cartoon as a toy commercial. The writers had in mind selling toys before actually selling a story. The reason why they came out with the Transformers movie? Well, I'll get into that as we go along. So let's dive on in, or should I say, drive on in, and take a look at Transformers the movie. And here is our big bad of the film, Unicron. He is a planet that devours other planets. He's voiced by None other than Orson Welles. Yes, that Orson Welles. Citizen Kane Orson Welles is Unicron. That was his last role ever, was Unicron. And if you haven't seen Citizen Kane, perhaps you know Orson Welles from being drunk filming a champagne commercial.
Ah, the French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence.
And if you don't know the champagne commercials, perhaps you've heard him do a recording from the Frozen Peas commercials.
There's no known way of saying an English sentence in which you begin a sentence with in and emphasize. Get me a jury and show me how you can say in July, and I'll go down on you. That's just idiotic, if you'll forgive me by saying so.
Suddenly the jokes in Pinky and Brain make more sense, huh?
Get me a jury and show me how you can say in July and I'll make cheese for you. That's just idiotic, if you'll forgive my saying so. That's just stupid.
All right, let's continue.
Look, it's Unicron.
It came, devoured, and left quietly into the darkness, just like me every time I leave Wendy's. Now watch out for this much improved theme song. Yeah, the movie theme song is much better than the actual cartoon show theme song. A chef's kiss to lion. Yeah, they put some extra money into this. They gave us some good music, and they hired some big name voice actors. I mentioned Orson Welles, but the other stars of the film, including, of course, the regulars, and voicing Ultra Magnus is Robert Stack from Airplane or Unsolved Mysteries. This is also the last film for Scatman Crothers, and voicing the young protagonist Hot Rod is actually Judd Nelson from The Breakfast Club, but more importantly, best remembered as the bad guy from Steel.
It is the year 2005.
So this is what they thought 2005 would be. And now it's 2021. Boy, did we shit the bed.
Jazz to Moonbase 2.
Bumblebee and Spike here.
Yeah, in case you're wondering, this human meatbag here, that's Spike. That guy is the cartoon version of Sam Witwicky. Just assume that's Shia LaBeouf, the greatest actor of our time. Yeah, I know, Shia LaBeouf has done some really strange, questionable things, but I just showed you clips of Orson Welles being drunk. So, give him a break.
All we need is a little energon and a lot of luck.
This is very weird that it's fading to black. It's as if the movie was expecting commercials. Alright, if you're fans of Transformers, you're about to see some real damage within the next 10 to 20 minutes because the whole entire movie. It's gonna be a bit scarring. All the characters transforming into jets or cars. But for the great and powerful leader Megatron, he turns into a gun that's only useful if he has someone else to fire him. And I do find it hilarious that the one firing the Megatron pistol is actually Starscream, the one who is always trying to betray Megatron. I'm surprised Starscream didn't throw him out of the ship. Yes, and this is Starscream. Starscream is voiced by Chris Latta. The reason why I love him so much is, well, his voice. His raspy voice! Destroy them! Never understood why Megatron always kept him on a team. He straight up told Megatron many times in his face he's gonna betray him.
The Autobots would have lost eons ago if I'd been calling the shots. My time will come, Megatron.
But let's go back to some intense evil of Megatron.
No! Such heroic nonsense.
And here is our film's protagonist, Hot Rod, and young Daniel, fishing.
Fish are jumping today, huh, Dano?
Interesting that they would introduce a young protagonist in this film. Why, it's almost like they're trying to sell something to us.
Rod, the shuttle's coming.
Now that they see the ship has come in, they're gonna watch it land. I don't need to point this out except for one reason. The music.
rabble-rabbit young punk.
Come on, Decepticons, you hijacked a ship so you can sneak in for an attack.
There's a hole in the shuttle.
What?
You can win if you're dead.
Decepticons!
Probably not a good idea to be standing right by the hole, right?
What's that darn fool doing?
Yes, we're about to see one of many great battles in this film. And the reason why I can put up with non-stop battling is because the animation is just beautiful. They put in that extra time and money into this film. We're not watching a TV episode, we're watching a movie, baby.
Transform!
Yes, the Dinobots are here! The stupid, stupid Dinobots! Come on, we all love Grimlock. And he's fighting Devastator! That can't be Devastator. Devastator has swinging testicles.
Megatron must be stopped.
You got the touch.
Yes! Optimus Prime! Optimus Prime in his trailer that always disappears when he goes from truck to robot mode.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
I've got to help Prime.
No! Do not interrupt this fight, Hot Rod!
Out of the way, Hot Rod!
Hot Rod, you f*** up! Well, that's just not nice.
Prime did it. He turned the tide.
Oh, no, wait, he just killed Optimus. That's fine. Alright, if you didn't have a normal childhood, or a real responsible parental figure, this is gonna scar you big!
Soon, I shall be one with the Matrix.
But just the first Matrix, right? Not the whole entire trilogy? Gee, I wonder who's worthy of opening the Matrix. Aww. Not only he died, but he turned gray. Now, why would a movie do that? Just kill off some of the best characters of the cartoon. Oh, right. Because they were to sell toys before making a story. And because Hasbro was getting sick of making different variants of the same characters, they made a movie to explicitly kill off a bunch of characters and bring in some new ones. Totally works out. That won't piss off your fans one bit. Oh no, Optimus's death has awakened the space butthole. Finally, Starscream gets to betray Megatron and all the other defeated Decepticons.
Nobody summons Megatron. Then it pleases me to be the first.
But don't you worry, because the magic of Unicron has given new life to Megatron. So much so that he created new characters to sell. I mean, new characters to introduce us to. Now Megatron is no longer Megatron, he is now Galvatron. Unicron used his powers to change him from being voiced by Frank Welker to being voiced by Spock. That's right, Leonard Nimoy is now Galvatron. So kids, after you're done crying your eyes out over the death of Optimus Prime, you get to leave the theater and buy new toys.
My fellow Decepticons.
Starscream is so full of himself. I love him because the ego that he has. Starscream had to give himself a cape and a crown. That is how full of himself he is. How can you not love this guy?
Is that you?
Here's a hint.
He's become a gun that Starscream doesn't have to fire. He can fire himself. And of course, because I like Starscream, let's kill him off too. Oh, what? You're still hungry, Orson? You want to go Galactus on another planet?
Look! It isn't even dented!
And now he's attacking Spike and Bumblebee.
Oh shit, what are we gonna do now?
Kids movie. Cartoon kids movie. From the 80s. Had a character say shit. And here, when I saw Power Rangers the movie and they said the word butt, I thought that was the big bad word. And fully powered Galvatron with the Decepticons attack the base again, and now our heroes fly off into space. Hot Rod and Cup and the Dinobots in one ship, and Ultra Magnus and the rest of the Autobots in another. You want to see how 80s this movie gets? Hot Rod, Cup, and the Dinobots find themselves on another planet where the fish are also robots. Seriously, are other planets in the universe nothing but a bunch of machines? We're the only planet with humans and animals?
Come on, you can do it.
While the other Autobots are on the junk planet, young Daniel gets his own mech suit, just like his dad. And he's being taught how to walk by RC, not the cola, the machine.
Offer expires while you wait. Operators are standing by.
Another commercial break, just as the junkyard robots show themselves. The leader being voiced by Eric Idle. Let's see which Monty Python clip I'm going to use.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
That'll do nicely.
Guilty or innocent? Innocent. Feed him to the Sharkticons.
They're actually the judges of the universe. Kind of a kangaroo court kind of setup. That's not that funny, guys. And now our heroes are being judged by the contestant judge.
I have nothing but contempt for this court.
Because we gotta pad this out for some reason.
I got a question. Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Give you the answer to that question next Saturday.
And just as our protagonist and Old Man Autobot are fighting off robot sharks...
Don't mess with the bull, young man. You'll get the horns.
Here comes the Dinobots! Led by Grimlock!
I never thought I'd be so happy to see those big bozos.
Me Grimlock no bozo, me king!
And while all that was happening, the Decepticons took down Ultra Magnus.
I want the Matrix. Never! We exterminate him!
Turns out that Ultra Magnus isn't the one.
Unicron, I shall make you my slave.
Freaking egos in this movie.
First Prime, now Ultra Magnus. What'll we do?
Easy. Buy new Transformer figures, kids. Or just stick with Voltron. As the junkyard bots attack the Autobots, here comes Hot Rod, Cup, and the Dinobots to save the day. Just in time for a magical song. Everyone's friends, and they're dancing to, of all people, Weird Al Yankovich.
Your smashed up friends soon like brand new with 90-day warranty.
Look, he's alive!
Oh, cool. They were able to repair Ultra Magnus, but meanwhile, Optimus Prime lies dead still. Great.
New improved Junkyard Planet is sleek, sexy import with turbo handling.
God, this movie is such a toy commercial that even Eric Idle is speaking in commercial voice.
I now possess that which you most fear.
Yeah, you didn't think that one through, did you, pal? My God. Unicron has gone from planet to Mega Maid.
It's a transformer.
And now he's going after Cybertron.
Doesn't this remind you of anything, Cup?
Nope. Never seen anything like this before.
Cup, I have. And it was called Fantastic Four, Rise of Silver Surfer. And it was just as devastating. The movie. and our heroes corkscrew right into his eye.
Like it or not, we are allies now. Destroy him, Galvatron.
Oh, sure. They do bad things, then afterwards they suggest uniting and moving on. That's topical.
Dad!
Daniel!
Dad, what can I do?
Knock down the acid cover!
And while fighting the insides of Unicron, young Daniel finds his dad about to be dropped into a vat of acid or something. What were they doing this whole time? Were they just kind of hanging out, waiting for their death until someone came along? Try to fight a little bit for your own life, right? No? Okay.
You did it!
Yeah, I did it!
You know, somewhere between the voicing and the cut, it's just kind of weird. I mean, what was that? Yeah, I did it!
First, Prime. Then Ultra Magnus. And now, you.
And just as Galvatron has Hot Rod against the ropes, if you are a carhead, you're about to get your secret of the dim moment with a little sprinkle of Stan Bush.
You got the touch! You got the...
Arise, Rodimus Prime.
Johnny Bender is now Rodimus Prime. Doesn't really take much, just know how to open the damn thing.
You never run your way.
But it is a kid's cartoon and we're trying to sell toys, so don't worry, he'll be alive in a future episode, I'm sure. And the Autobots escape while blowing up Unicron with the magic of the Matrix. I don't know, apparently the Matrix makes someone not only Prime, but kills things around them. Look, it's a freaking Matrix thing. I don't understand what it does. It does what it wants. It's like the ooze. It does what it wants.
Autobots, transform and roll out!
I knew you had potential, man.
Now we're gonna hear the final line ever said on a big screen by Orson Welles. Give us your genius, sir.
Not destroy my destiny.
It's no Rosebud, but still worthy for a tombstone.
Till all are one!
Till all are one!
And the movie ends as the whole family gets to walk out of the theater while Unicron's head is orbiting space. Fun fact! In the States, this movie came out in August of 1986. While the movie was released in August of 1986, let's just say the death of Optimus Prime led to the movie being released in the UK that following December. And you can actually watch a different version of the ending of that. And that ending actually ended up on my VHS, which I no longer have, but the VHS actually has a narration at the end.
And the greatest Autobot of them all, Optimus Prime, will return.
Had to reassure everyone that Optimus Prime is A-OK.
There's an evil new force in the universe. A monster planet.
Optimus does return. He always returns. He never dies. He is going to outlive us all. That was a joke, but I kind of bummed myself out. But not only the reception of Optimus's death affected movie sales and maybe even toy sales as well, it also affected the outcome of the animated G.I. Joe movie. I won't get too much into how much it changed, but similar plans were made for that with the same reasons. They made a G.I. Joe movie because they wanted to sell more toys. And I'll break down why it was similar and different. But for now, that was Transformers the movie. Anthonix Maxiteers, I'm Anthonix Maximus. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell, and transform and roll out. I wish I was Optimus Prime.
Transformers!
Wow, Gozer's back.
Oh, great, Gozer.
And I don't get paid enough for this.
Oh, come on. We have some help. I am here to help.